Here's the truth. Not all firearms disappear because they fail. Some disappear because they succeed too well. In this video, we break down 7 pistols that are being heavily discussed for potential bans or restrictions by 2026. These aren't random picks, they are some of the most advanced, widely used, and battle-proven handguns in the world. From tactical platforms to everyday carry legends, each one has reshaped expectations. But when performance crosses a certain line, it stops being just about innovation and starts becoming about control. Watch closely, because this list will change how you see modern handguns. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 7. Staccato C2. Let me be clear, this isn't just another handgun. This is the kind of firearm that regulators lose sleep over. The Staccato C2 sits in a completely different league, blending competition-grade precision with real-world defensive capability. And that combination? That's exactly why it's on the radar. Born from the legacy of elite 2011 platforms, the C2 carries the DNA of high-performance shooting. This is the sidearm trusted by professionals who don't get second chances. Law enforcement units and tactical shooters have leaned toward platforms like this for one reason: performance under pressure. It's not hype, it's history being written in real time. Now here's where it gets serious. The engineering is razor sharp. A crisp, short reset trigger that feels almost unfair. A steel frame that absorbs recoil like it's nothing. Every shot lands fast, flat, and controlled. You don't fight this gun, it works with you. And in the wrong narrative, that level of control becomes too effective. But here's the truth. Firearms like the C2 aren't just tools, they're statements. Precision, confidence, power. And when something becomes this refined, this capable, it starts attracting attention from people who want to limit it. With a price tag pushing into premium territory, this isn't for everyone. But for those who understand it, it's not just worth it, it's irreplaceable. And that's exactly why it might not stay around forever. Number 6. HK-VP9. Here's the truth. The HK-VP9 was never designed to follow the rules. It was built to quietly dominate. And that kind of reputation, it doesn't stay unnoticed for long. Coming out of Heckler & Koch, a name that's been synonymous with military-grade excellence, the VP9 carries a legacy forged in precision engineering. This isn't some trend-driven pistol. It's the evolution of decades of battlefield experience, refined into a striker-fired platform that feels almost too perfect in the hand. From European law enforcement to elite shooters worldwide, this platform earned respect the hard way. But here's where it gets interesting. The ergonomics are on another level. Fully customizable grip panels. Deep, aggressive serrations. A trigger that breaks clean, almost surgical. Every detail is engineered for control, speed, and consistency. You pick it up, and it just fits. No adjustment. No compromise. And that's exactly the issue. When a firearm becomes this intuitive, this easy to control under stress, it starts raising eyebrows. Not because it's flawed, but because it's efficient. Too efficient, some would argue. In real-world terms, the VP9 delivers confidence. Whether it's range performance or defensive readiness, it performs without hesitation. It doesn't demand mastery, it accelerates it. Pricing sits in that sweet spot, accessible, but still premium enough to signal quality. And that combination of affordability and elite performance? That's rare. Which brings us to the uncomfortable question. How long before something this capable gets labeled as too much for the average civilian? Number 5. Sig Sauer P320 Compact. Let me be clear. The Sig Sauer P320 Compact isn't just controversial. It's one of the most talked about pistols of the modern era. And when a firearm reaches that level of attention, it doesn't just stay in gun shops, it enters the spotlight. This is the platform that shook the industry. Developed by Sig Sauer, the P320 didn't follow tradition, it rewrote it. A fully modular system where the serialized fire control unit can be swapped between frames, slides, and calibers. That's not just innovation, that's disruption. And disruption always attracts scrutiny. Now, here's where things get serious. The trigger system is clean, consistent, and fast. The compact size strikes that perfect balance, carry-friendly, but still large enough for solid control. Low bore axis, smooth cycling, and a grip that locks into your hand under pressure. On the range, it feels effortless. In real-world scenarios, that translates to speed and confidence. But here's the truth. Innovation comes with consequences. The modular design, while brilliant, raises questions in regulatory circles. A firearm that can transform, adapt, and evolve? That's not something every system is ready to handle. For everyday users, this means versatility. One platform, multiple roles, carry it, train with it, customize it. It adapts to you, not the other way around. Price-wise, it stays within reach, making high-level performance more accessible than ever. And maybe that's the real issue. When power, adaptability, and accessibility collide in one platform, it doesn't just change the game. It forces people to rethink who should be allowed to play. Number 4. Shadow Systems MR920. Let me be clear. The Shadow Systems MR920 isn't trying to compete with factory pistols. It's here to replace them. And that kind of bold presence, it doesn't go unnoticed. Built by Shadow Systems, this pistol takes a familiar platform and pushes it into territory most manufacturers won't even touch. It's what happens when customization, performance, and precision are baked in from the start, not added later. No compromises, no shortcuts. Now this is where things change. The MR920 is engineered like a high-end custom build straight out of the box. Match-grade barrel, enhanced slide cuts, optics-ready system, and a trigger that feels tighter, cleaner, more refined than what most shooters expect in this category. The recoil impulse is smooth, controlled almost surgical. Every shot feels intentional. But here's where regulators start paying attention. This level of performance used to require upgrades, time, and expertise. Now, it's factory standard. Anyone can pick this up and instantly operate at a higher level. And that shift from skill-based performance to out-of-the-box efficiency raises serious questions. In real-world use, the MR920 delivers confidence, faster follow-ups, better accuracy, more control under pressure. It's built for those who want more without having to build it themselves. Pricing sits in that premium zone, but when you factor in what you're getting, it undercuts the cost of a fully customized setup. And that's the problem. When a pistol eliminates the gap between average and elite, it doesn't just empower users, it challenges the limits of what's considered acceptable. Number 3. FN509 Compact Tactical. Here's the truth. The FN509 Compact Tactical wasn't. Number 5. Built for comfort, it was built for control and chaos. And when a firearm carries that kind of DNA, it doesn't stay under the radar for long. Developed by FN Herstal, this pistol traces its roots back to military trials where only the toughest designs survive. This isn't a range toy, it's a combat-driven platform, refined for civilian hands. Everything about it feels intentional, aggressive, purposeful, and ready for high-pressure situations. But here's where it gets intense. The engineering is unapologetically tactical. Threaded barrel, suppressor height sights, optics-ready slide. This isn't just about shooting, it's about adaptability. The trigger is solid, predictable, built for consistency under stress. And the grip? Textured like it expects you to hold on when everything else is slipping. Now, this is where the conversation shifts. Features like these, once limited to specialized units, are now widely accessible, and that raises eyebrows. A compact pistol with this level of tactical readiness? For some, that crosses a line. In real-world terms, the 509 Compact Tactical offers versatility most pistols can't match. Home defense, duty carry, range dominance. It handles all of it without hesitation. It's not trying to be subtle. It's designed to perform. Price-wise, it sits in the upper tier, but you're paying for capability, not branding. And maybe that's the real issue. When military-grade features become everyday options, it forces a bigger question. Where does capability end and restriction begin? Number 2. Glock 19 Gen 5. Let me be clear. The Glock 19 Gen 5 isn't just popular, it's a global standard. And when something becomes this dominant, this widespread, it doesn't just earn fans, it attracts attention. Built by Glock, the Glock 19 has a legacy that most pistols can't even come close to. Law enforcement, military units, civilians, this platform is everywhere. It's been tested in every environment imaginable. Heat, dust, stress, it keeps running. Not flashy. Not complicated, just brutally dependable. But here's where it gets interesting. The Gen 5 refinement took an already proven design and made it even more efficient. No finger grooves for a universal grip. Improved barrel for better accuracy. Smoother trigger pull. Ambidextrous controls. It's subtle upgrades, but they make a real difference when it counts. And that's exactly the point. The Glock 19 doesn't rely on gimmicks. It wins through consistency. You pick it up, and you know what you're getting every single time. That kind of predictability? In high-pressure moments, it's everything. Now here's the uncomfortable reality. When a firearm becomes this easy to use, this reliable, and this widely available, it enters a different kind of conversation. Not about performance, but about control. Price-wise, It sits right in that accessible range, which only adds to its reach. Millions of people trust it, and that level of trust? It's powerful, maybe too powerful for some, because when something works this well for this many people, it stops being just a product and starts becoming a symbol. Number 1. Sig Sauer P320 XMacro. Let me be clear. The Sig Sauer P320 XMacro didn't just evolve the concealed carry game, it completely rewrote it. And when something changes the rules this dramatically, it doesn't stay untouched for long. Built by Sig Sauer, the XMacro takes everything people thought they knew about compact pistols and flips it. This isn't just a smaller gun. It's a full-capacity, high-performance system disguised in a carry-friendly frame. That alone makes it stand out. But what really makes it dangerous in the eyes of regulation is how easy it is to control. Now, here's where it gets serious. The integrated compensator changes everything. Recoil is flatter. Follow-up shots are faster. It feels almost unnatural how quickly you can get back on target. Pair that with a high-capacity magazine and a slim profile, and you've got a pistol that blends concealability with serious firepower. That combination used to be impossible. But here's the truth. When a firearm removes limitations, it creates new conversations. A compact pistol that performs like a duty gun? That's not something every system is ready to accept. In real-world terms, the XMacro is built for everyday carry without compromise. It's confidence in your waistband, control in your hands, and speed when it matters most. Price-wise, it sits in that mid to premium range, but what you're getting is next-level capability in a small package. And that's exactly why it's being watched closely. Because when innovation makes power easier to carry, it doesn't just raise standards, it raises concerns. Outro. These were the 7 pistols at the center of serious debate heading into 2026. Now the question is simple. Do you think these firearms should face restrictions, or are they just victims of their own performance? Drop your thoughts below, subscribe for more, and stay locked in for the next breakdown.